You're watching Untitled and we visit Albania. Welcome on Untitled. If you like our content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to like our videos. In this new episode of Untitled in Greece and in the Balkans, we go to Albania. You will discover the touristical city of Ksamil and the archaeological site of Butrint. After an amazing day discovering the Meteora region and its famous monasteries, we're leaving today for a brand new country, Albania. Indeed, we decided to take advantage of our trip to Greece to discover three other Balkan countries: Albania, Northern Macedonia, and Kosovo. The journey from Kalambaka to Ksamil is 220 kilometers and takes almost 4 hours. However, the scenery en route is well worth the detour. Although Albanian customs are rather rudimentary, crossing the border between Greece and Albania is fairly straightforward. But if you have a rental car, make sure you have all the documentation you need when you cross that border. The road to Ksamil also has a surprise for us: a rather basic ferry. Just for the picturesque aspect of it, it's worth it.
On peut payer en euros. Attends un peu, Vincent.
Welcome to Ksamil, where we'll be staying for 2 days. We're staying at the Sunway Hotel, a brand new establishment with beautiful rooms and a very affordable price. After a good meal, we took a few hours to explore this enchanting spot. Here, the entire economy is geared toward tourism, thanks to the mild weather and, above all, the spectacular turquoise sea and the beaches. In fact, a sign that Albania is becoming a top tourist destination, Ksamil Beach has been named one of the top 20 holiday destinations by the Guardian newspaper. Ksamil is also located opposite to the Greek island of Corfu. How much it is?
How many person you are?
3.
3 person.
Peace, man.
For only trip?
Like many tourists, we took the opportunity to go on a boat tour. The trip can be costly, so don't be afraid to negotiate for a tour that lasts around an hour. It has to be said that the 4 uninhabited islands opposite Ksamil are the main attraction of the area. In fact, some of them can be reached by swimming from the beach. Renting a kayak or a boat is therefore a must. If you're lucky, like us, the boat driver will offer to drop you off for a specific time on the Twin Islands, and you won't regret it.
1 hour, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So we are now in Albania, in a small island close to the island of Corfu and in front of the city of Ksamil. It's amazing. Indeed, Ksamil's most famous islands are the Twin Islands, 2 islands that are actually linked to each another by a narrow belt of sand and a dense vegetation. It's a real little tropical paradise, and we had the opportunity to bask in the sun and swim in the Ionian Sea. The islands are also part of Butrint National Park, whose archaeological site we'll visit later. If you're not a sea lover, it may not be a good idea to embark to this adventure, as the sailors here are a bit of a daredevil. But it's still a great experience to take the most of what Ksamil has to offer. We recommend you to stay there rather than in Sarande, the largest town of the area. For sun worshipper, it's a little paradise, and there's no shortage of restaurants and hotels. As you know, history being one of our passions, from Ksamil, we went to visit the archaeological site of Butrint. During the communist years, Albania's past was rather neglected, and the government forbid excavation here. Hello. So it was only between 1994 and 1999 that the excavation unearthed Roman villas and an early Christian church. In fact, this site was occupied for over 50,000 years, until the 19th century. But while prehistoric sites have been identified, the site has above all preserved vestige of the Greek and Roman civilization. In 44 BC, Butrint became a Roman colony and expanded considerably with the construction of a huge aqueduct. It was Julius Caesar himself who decided to establish a colony here. Alors Vincent, le nom de l'aumônier de Russie.
Le père Estroïka.
The site's most interesting monument dates back to Greek time and is a relatively well-preserved theater. Performances are still held here. Surrounding, there is Roman baths, the remain of a temple to Asclepius, an agora, and a chapel dating from the 5th century. It was in the 5th century that the town became a bishopric. Fortifications were built, an important Christian structure. This church, the main ruin of the Paleo-Christian era, is in fact a baptistery, but also an ancient Roman building transformed and adapted to the Christian cultural requirement. It's worth noting that this 6th century early Christian basilica was rebuilt in the 9th century. Its ruins are quite well preserved, as you can see from this footage. It is a 3 aisles building with a transept and a polygonal outer apse. After being abandoned, Butrint was rebuilt in the 9th century and came under Byzantine rule. The city and its territory then came under the control of the Aegean, followed by Venetian in the 14th century. Oh yeah, the Lion Gate is not to be missed during a visit to the archaeological site. Butrint's last ruler was Ali Pasha, the Ottoman ruler of Albania, who controlled Butrint and the surrounding region until its final days in the 19th century. The fortification bear witness to various stages of construction, from the time of the Greek colony to the Middle Ages. The site is so important that it has been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And like we did so often, we found an excellent restaurant to enjoy the end of the day. As well as the good food, it allowed us to enjoy the spectacular sunset over Ksamil Islands. And at the end of the evening, we even watch a football game with the locals. Thanks for watching this new episode of Untitled Chapter in Greece. In our next episode, we go on a famous island, Corfu.